Percent, of course, is a part over a whole times 100. Composition is what something is made up of. So in chemistry, we're talking about what the composition of a compound would be, what makes up the compound. And yes, you should be writing this down. If you need to pause the video, feel free to pause the video. Okay. So for example, if we have water, H2O, what is the percent of oxygen by mass in water? So the key here is by mass. When we're talking about percent composition, we're talking about the mass. Okay, so we know percent is part over whole. Since we're asking about oxygen, the part, use a different color, is going to be oxygen. And the whole is going to be the water. Since we want to know what part of water, for the mass of water, what part of it comes from oxygen, how much comes from oxygen. So again, we're looking at the mass, which means you need your periodic tables. So part over whole, oxygen, if we look on our periodic table, is 15.999, which we round to 16.0. Water also has hydrogen. Hydrogen is going to be 1.0, but there's two of them, so we have to multiply by 2. We get 2.0. There's only one oxygen in there, so we only have the 16. Add those up, and we get 18.0. Let me erase this just to make some room. When you punch that in your calculator, you get 0.888888, and it keeps on going and going and going. Okay? Multiply that by 100. That's how we get the percent. So we'd have 88.88888888 blah 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 percent. Since it's 88.8, I'm going to go ahead and round this to 88.9%. What that means is 88.9% of the mass of water comes just from oxygen. Now, if we were to do the same thing for hydrogen in water, so we're still working with H2O, okay, now it would be the hydrogen mass over the total mass. So mass of hydrogen over total mass. So we know from the problem that we just, or from the previous example, that the total mass is 18 grams. So let me change colors. I'm going to keep 18 grams on the bottom. This time the mass of hydrogen is 1. But there's 2 of them. So we have to multiply that by 2 first. So that's going to give me 2 over 18. Okay. When you do that, you get 0.1, and it goes on and on and on and on. Multiply it by 100, and you get 11.1 on and on and on and on percent. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave that as 11.1% hydrogen. Okay, when you add those two up, they should equal 100% because those are the only two things in water, hydrogen and oxygen. And just to check, we have 88.9% is oxygen, 11.1% is hydrogen. That's going to be blue, then that's 10, and that's 10. And hey, look, it's 100%.